Yet another ICC event, yet another disappointment for Team India. 10 years and counting, we are used to seeing these kind of pictures that are there. Rohit Sharma, in particular, disappointed, gutted, dejected, whatever you may want to call it. India were absolutely thrashed by Australia on day 5 of the ICC World Test Championship final. Now, in the past, we have seen press conferences saying that, oh, we were disappointed, we are dejected, we did not follow this process, we did not follow that process. Some players stepped up, some did not step up. All those cliches are evident even in this post-match press conference that was held. Rohit Sharma spoke for a good 18 to 19 minutes. Some of the points he made were valid, but some of the points that he made, especially when it comes to the ICC World Test Championship final, and also about the scheduling, were truly baffling to say the least. He also had a very stinging criticism of the third umpire on regarding Shubman Gill's catch, because he gave an IPL twist to it. These are some of the key pointers that he made in the press conference that Rohit Sharma gave after India were humbled by 209 runs against Australia at the Oval. What did he say? Rohit, when he was asked what went wrong, he just said that we let ourselves down with how we bowled. Simple fact, 327 runs were scored on day 1, including 157 in the third session of day 1. The bowling was absolutely clueless on day 1. Day 2, they staged a comeback, but it was already 469 runs too late. Then, if you look at it on day 3 and day 4, Australia were allowed to get away and they got a partnership and the tail stitched together good stand, 270 for 8 declared, and that's how a target of 444 was there. So the bowlers did not apply themselves. Only Mohammad Siraj impressed, but the likes of Shami, Umesh Yadav and all, they struggled. And there can be no denying the fact that India's bowlers let Australia off the hook not once but twice. This lack of penetration in the bowling meant that Steve Smith and Travis Head got Australia back in the game in a big way. 76 for 3, you are wondering, oh, maybe it is time for them to ensure that Australia are bowled out for a low score. But Travis Head's 163 and Steve Smith's 121 ensured Australia got to a much bigger total than India had anticipated. And this is what Rohit Sharma pointed out, that key partnership. Head came in and played really well with Steven Smith. That took us off guard a little bit. You look at it, the way how Travis Head counterattacked the Indian bowling. Umesh Yadav was too guilty of bowling short. Siraj also bowled short. Head just ensured that he went about his business in a cool, calm, collected way. And you had the master, Steve Smith, the lord of the Oval and lord wherever he bats in England. It just had to ensure that India were totally taken off guard. I would just agree with the point that they were taken off guard a little bit. No, India were totally taken off guard. Now, on yet another big moment, we were all thinking that the first innings of any test match is the key. What if, even we were discussing on day 2 and 3, what if India had gotten a lead below 100? Supposing if they had restricted Australia's lead, supposing it was not 170, it was 70 or 60, it could have made a massive difference. 320, 330, even Rahul Dravid admitted that 320 or 350, they could have chased it down easily. But the lead, unfortunately, was 173 and Australia held all the aces. Rohit Sharma had that exact point to state. If they had gotten a lesser lead, the game could have gone either way. Agreed. But Australia got a 173 run lead and you knew from that point, easing pitch, dead pitch, it was going to be Australia's game through and through. 2 consecutive ICC World Test Championship finals. India have come up second best in both. One to New Zealand by 8 wickets in Southampton, the other by 209 runs against Australia. Now, a one-off final. You've had a bad day. You've ensured that, okay, you've lost yet another final. But a question was posed by one of the journalists to Rohit Sharma. He asked, would you prefer a 3-match final? And Rohit, these are his exact quotes here, I would love a 3-match final. But he kind of cautions himself by saying, is there a time? He justifies the demand for a 3-match final by stating, for this event, there has to be a fair opportunity for both teams. You work hard for 2 years and you have one shot at it. You cannot get into that momentum. But even Australia, if you have to look at it, you could kind of give an excuse in 2021 that New Zealand came to England earlier, India could not. And that's why New Zealand acclimatized better, India did not. But here, Australia also did not get any time to acclimatize. Neither they were simply wondering, oh, we didn't play an intra-squad game, we didn't play a county match. Australia adapted better and practiced better. Simple. Now, as far as a 3-match final is concerned, are we living in the 90s where the Australian Tri-Series tournaments would be 3-match series? If by that logic, if you have to look at it, hasn't Rohit answered that particular thing? Where is the time? Can you shorten the IPL? No, you can't. You are going to play more games. You know that ICC World Test Championship finals are held in June. Despite that, you're still giving an excuse of 3-match finals. It is just a very tame way to mask your failures. As a batting unit, as a bowling unit, it's a very tame way. Even now, if anybody is listening to this video, the next ICC World Test Championship final is in Lords. It's already there, June 2025. 2 years still. But yet the Indian cricket team will give some excuse or the other. That is what they have been reduced to. Giving excuses because they have now run out of legitimate ones. So 3-match final, there is no time. You will have to eat into other nations' bilateral commitments at that time. Why? Is the Olympics final, whatever finals are held, a hockey final, if it's held, it's a 3-game final? No. Is the Wimbledon final a best of 3? Is the French Open final a best of 3? No. No sport in its history, even the UEFA Champions League or a World Cup, FIFA World Cup, it's always a one-off final. Why are you hell-bent on destroying the novelty of a final? Rohit Sharma and the Indian cricket team, if they realize that, then they can stop making they can stop making excuses. Simple. But he was adamant. There is a thing about scheduling, right? ICC WTC can be held only in June, but Rohit refutes that. He says, scheduling? June is not the only time. He's openly said it, June is not the only time. You can play it in February and March. Cricket can be played anywhere in the world. All right. Didn't the ICC consider all those options? Remember, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, you would be in the peak of winter at this time, so you cannot play. But Australia, South Africa and New Zealand have their bilateral commitments. There is a dedicated Boxing Day test, New Year test and other such things. Why would you want to eat up on the domestic calendar also of other teams? Because remember, February and March is the white ball season, the T20 league season in Australia. Why must you want to eat into that? So is into New Zealand. Fine, then play it from 2027 then. If you don't think England is the viable option, play it in Australia, play it in New Zealand, play it in South Africa. What is going to happen to the Indian cricket team, barring Australia, if you play it in New Zealand and South Africa? Timing issues for New Zealand. South Africa, you never won a series. The margin of defeat might only get longer. It might get higher. So go ahead. Play wherever you want to play. But first you have to start winning in order to make these kind of excuses also. Pat Cummins has rightly criticized Rohit Sharma and said, is the Olympics final and Olympics at a particular period of time, can it be rescheduled for our conveniences? It can't. So, on scheduling and on a 3-match final, I am sorry, Rohit Sharma and the Indian cricket team have totally lost the plot. Can't be a 3-match final for simple reasons. You are known well in advance. It's a one-off final. Maintain the novelty of a final at least. Now, again on adjustment, remember, India have never won in the Sena countries, especially in England, for 37 years, the first test. The first test of any tour, if you look at it, in England, they haven't won for 37 years. What is the gripe that Rohit Sharma has had in that press conference that he said? He said, final like this, you need a lot of time. We had a good 25 to 30 days last time we played in England. T20 cricket, again from IPL they had to make the transition to the ICC World Test Championship. We had all raised those concerns. What happened? He's echoing the same things, the worries that we had. T20 cricket, it has different line and lengths. Test cricket requires discipline and challenges to the batters. Exactly. But Rohit Sharma conveniently forgets that 25 to 30 days you were preparing for a bilateral series against England. When you came for the World Test Championship final, you still lost. That was the first test of the tour. Yet, you want to give us thing that 25 to 30 days. Well, then all the players should come together and shorten the IPL. Why can't they do that? They won't do it. Because they want to play the entire of the IPL and then go to a World Test Championship so that they can come up with this same template in 2025. Same. Oh, we couldn't go to England for 25 to 30 days. There is no time. From next year, IPL is going to get even longer. March to June. Yet, you will still say, oh, we can't adjust in England. India cannot adjust to the first day in the SENA countries on a regular basis. Period. It's been there pre-IPL, it's there even in the IPL era. You cannot adjust in the first test of the SENA countries. Period. But he reserved the best for the last when asked about the Shubman Gill catch controversy. Remember, when Shubman Gill edged Scott Boland to Cameron Green, Green swooped down on it and he took the catch, but it was a very contentious decision. According to the rules, it was clean. Many people had a disagreement on that. Many people agreed that it was out, not out. There was a big debate. But Rohit Sharma has weighed in his opinion. The decision was made quickly and that is why he was very, very disappointed. It has to be 100% sure it is a final. More camera angles should have been shown. Even we were surprised why only 3 to 4 camera angles were shown. Yes, that is a matter for the broadcaster, that is a matter for the ICC. We have 10 different angles in the IPL. Really? If that is the case, why is the umpiring so dodgy in the IPL? Ask the Indian umpires themselves who have given horrendous decisions in the IPL. Look at the time that it takes to finish a T20 match. 4 hours because of all these decisions. For a world event, why there was no ultra motion or zoom image? Okay, agreed. Rohit Sharma has made that gripe as to why there was no ultra motion or zoom image. Correct. It should be there. Why the ICC didn't do it? It was not there even in 2021. It's not there even in 2023. Why is it that it's happening? So, on this particular point, I agree with Rohit Sharma. But on the second point, we have 10 different angles in the IPL. But boss, it still isn't working. The IPL is a different kettle of fish altogether. The ICC things are a totally different matter altogether. So, at the end of a 2-year cycle where India finished second in the ICC World Test Championship, they still ended second best. Despite everything, India just could not put up a fight on a pitch that honestly on day 5 was not doing much. 7 wickets for 70 runs, your batters played poor strokes, gifted the wickets on a platter. So the disappointment continues. For 6 more months now, we have to now wait for what happens in the ODI World Cup, then in 2024 the T20 World Cup, for the Test Championship 2025. That's your next best bet at Lord's when it happens. So thank you so much folks for joining us for this live. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Tap that bell icon so you know when we go live, and don't forget we are on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram as well. Thank you.